Meantime, there is a group of doctors now fighting to get all of the schools fully reopened again.
It has been 1 year since public schools shut down 5-day-a-week in-person learning, and still many students have not returned to the classroom. Here's 7 Eyewitness News senior reporter Eileen Buckley.
We've had a year of data, and it's now safe.
A group of women physicians are the latest to come forward, calling for a full return of 5-day-a-week in-person learning at schools. Dr. Amanda Worthman Ehrenreich is an emergency room physician and the mother of 3 children in the Hamburg Central School District. She wrote this letter and petition posted on MoveOn.org, calling on state lawmakers to change guidelines issued back in July and fully reopen schools.
I felt my position as a doctor was important to share my opinion about COVID based on science, not politics, not based on any other agenda other than what's right for our kids.
Child psychiatrist Rebecca Schaeffer, who has a son in the Amherst School District, says the increase of serious mental health troubles tied to too much remote learning is very real.
Kids are really struggling, and mental health counselors and therapists are overwhelmed.
From January to September of last year, the group Mental Health America saw a 93% jump in anxiety screenings and a 62% jump in depression screenings. A vast majority of teenagers who were screened showed some signs of anxiety and depression. But school superintendents say they are still waiting for the state health department to issue a decision on the social distancing rules for classrooms. That was supposed to happen last week, and they never heard a word.
That's the single biggest driver in slowing down the return 4 or 5 days a week.
Niagara Falls City School Superintendent Mark Laurie says it's time for one effective guideline statewide.
Let's use one common set of scientific data so that we're all on equal footing.
New York United Teachers President Andy Pallotta says the union has been speaking with the governor's office on this issue for some time.
The superintendents feel very frustrated.
They shouldn't be frustrated because the guidelines were set in late August by the Reimagine Task Force, which said 6 feet, all barriers. So they could have had barriers a long time ago.
The union leader says some districts have returned to 5 days a week, but could not provide numbers. The Onondaga Central Schools near Syracuse is heading back full time. Here in Western New York, some private schools returned fully because of smaller populations. And some public schools, but not districts, have returned to 5 days a week, such as elementary students in Newfane and Niagara Wheatfield. Eileen Buckley, 7 Eyewitness News.